So back in 2012, I was sitting in my home, minding my own business. I was watching TV. I was probably watching like Walking Dead or Breaking Bad or something like that. And I get a knock on the door. Bah, 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 bah. I'm like, what the fuck? And so I go to the door. I answer it. There's two police officers there, two white cops. I'm like, okay, what's going on? And the cop looks at me and he says, "We got a domestic disturbance call from this house. It was a call and hang up, and someone was in fear for their life. They said that mosquito machine. They say that there was a domestic disturbance call from my house. The person called, hung up, and they said that they were in fear for their life. Somebody had a gun on them, and again, mind you, I'm just I'm in basketball shorts and a t-shirt, and I got you know I'm in my socks, and I say, sir, that couldn't have come from my house, but they didn't believe me, and I understand that there is a protocol to take. However, I stood at my door. They asked for me to step outside. I said, sir, no, I don't feel comfortable stepping outside, knowing my rights. I know I didn't have to step outside. And so as I'm there trying to talk to them and trying to communicate with them, like, sir, please check with your dispatch. This cannot be at this location. Not this location, but where I was living back in Shreveport, Louisiana. So, and from there, the cop, who I'm standing right there at the threshold, not stepping outside, didn't take one step outside. The cop pulled me out my house, put me in handcuffs. My dog, who was in my mother's room, comes out and she's barking and barking, and they have me in handcuffs. And I'm looking at the dog and I'm saying, Diamond, Diamond, stop, stop. She's still barking. And the next thing that the cop said was, you need to shut that fucking dog up before I shoot it. I said, sir, please don't shoot my dog. Please don't shoot my dog. My neighbors are coming out of their houses. They're driving by, live on a cul-de-sac, so there's no drive-through traffic. So these are all people that I know. And they see me in handcuffs. The cops pull me, pull me out of my house, and they threaten to shoot my dog. And I said, sir, please don't shoot my dog. And I finally made her calm down. I just asked them to close the door, and I asked them to check with their dispatch. Did not check, did not confirm, nothing. And so I said, look, if I walk you through my house and I show you that no one's there, could you please leave me alone? And so from there, since they had permission, I guess, like a fucking vampire or something like that, they walked into my house. They walked around. I showed them in the kitchen. I showed them in all the bedrooms. Nobody's there. And so then I asked, and mind you, while I'm walking through the house, I'm in handcuffs. My home, the home that I grew up in handcuffs, at prisoner at the whim of people that are supposed to be public servants. We walk back out of my house. They have me lean on the car. They have me lean on the car, on top of the policeman's hoods. Wow. Please have some fucking patience. So they have me leaning on the car hood, and they finally go check with their dispatch. Totally wrong address. The name of my street was close to the name of the street that they were called to, and they said that I'm free to go. And they let me out of the handcuffs, and I walk back into my house, and I'm pissed. They didn't apologize. They didn't say anything. It was almost like it was expected for me to be in handcuffs. I don't know if how that would make you feel, but that made me feel like I was a prisoner at my own home. Like I did something wrong, but I didn't do anything wrong. And I was embarrassed in front of all my neighbors that I grew up around. Family, friends, and things like that. Even had my dog's life threatened. This isn't the only time that this has happened. Where, because of how I was born, I'm going to say that, because of how I was born and I look different from them, they treated me like I was an animal. That's how I felt. I didn't feel like an American. I didn't feel respected. I felt like I was trespassing on someone else's land, and it's my own fucking house. And they had the wrong address. And they didn't care what I had to say. They didn't respect what I had to say. And it's 2020. And the same shit is going on with people of color all across our fucking country. It has to stop. We need better examples of public servants. Because I know that there are people out there that have been treated worse than me in their own homes. They've been shot. They've been beat down. They've been just killed. I mean, it goes back to being shot, but some people have just been murdered in their own homes for doing nothing. It has to change. Without pause, they threatened to shoot my dog. Without pause, they pulled me out of my house and made me feel like there was nothing I could do because I was helpless. It has to change, because it's not just small compartmentalized stories like this. It's a whole culture, a culture of treating people that don't look like them or people that they don't understand with force. That's one of my stories about how I was treated by police. Thank you for listening.